bandsaw. I didn't do a video of it because it was a very long process for my little bandsaw to cut this 4-inch piece of bar stock. And what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna dial it in on the fore jaw, and I have the jaws turned around. It's only gripping this bottom little surface down here. So what I'm gonna do first is get it trued up in here, and I just kind of eyeballed it to start. I'm gonna make a small face cut and get this face true to the outside, and then we'll take it out, flip it around, true it up again, and make another face cut. That way we get a nice good surface. And we're gonna go in. We're going to machine down about 1 inch for the outside diameter, which is the measure. I have the measurements written down. It's like 3.93 that the outside needs to be, and then we're going to drill it and bore it, and the inside bore needs to be at least 2 7/16, something like that. So we're going to first get the fore jaw dialed in here. Get my indicator set up here. We're within a thou there. Let's see if I can get the camera here so you guys can actually see the reading. And of course, it's going to be difficult sideways, but so all the jaws are within a thou. And for this, it's not like it's really got to be super great or fantastic. So I'm going to get the board out of the way here and get a facing tool set up. Alright, got my facing tool set up here. I'm using the tool Randy Richard gave me. It's got a really nice edge and does a really good job. This was saw cut in my bandsaw, and let's see. Okay, the other side is my cut. This side is the steel yards cut. Let's see. I need to blind you guys. So we'll see how she goes. I'm going to start out with a really light feed rate. Let's go. Well, let's just go with a 5 thou. Alright, that side's done. So I'm just going to knock 2 jaws loose here. I'll pull it out. Put her back in. And then I'll get the indicator set back up and dial it in, but I won't show that part again. Alright, got it chucked back up, spun around. This is the side that my bandsaw cut, and you can kind of see a line, I don't know if it's showing up on camera, right through here. And what happened was, as I was cutting down, I realized I had my bandsaw at a much slower speed than it called for, so I sped it up to get through the rest of it, but it looks like it's spinning fairly true here on that surface. I'll lock everything down here real quick. Get this nice and tight. Alright, we'll start off with, let's go about 10 thousandths and see how she cuts. I have it set at a 10,000 feet rate, and I'm going to turn it at about 400 RPM. I'd say my bandsaw is cutting pretty doggone good. It might have taken an hour and 15 minutes to go through there, but that is a just about perfect. I don't see any leftover areas here from the saw cutting, so I'd say we're good to go there. Gonna get a turning tool set up here so that I can turn the outside diameter down to what we need. Make sure I'm on center with this tool. That looks good. Reposition the camera here. Alright, and for this, I need to double check my measurements here. So outside diameter needs to be 3.93. Inside diameter needs to go out to 2.40 is what I have written down. So I'm going to get, actually, I think I'm going to move the camera set up here a little bit. Alright, I got that set up here. Keep on all my lights in the garage so I can see a little better. So the inside of the new base has the the, 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 and the outside diameter has to be under 3.93. That's the measurement of the inside of that, the piece that this ring is going to be going into. The inside measures 2.40, so we're going to go over that. The 3.93 measurement on the OD here, I'm probably going to aim for that and give it 10 or 15 thou clearance so that it slides in there and doesn't bind up, and it has plenty of room to move. So I'm going to calibrate my GRO here real quick, and then we'll start cutting. Alright, so I don't know how well you guys can see. There's 3 different sections that I've turned here, and I'm turning at 50 RPM, dialing in 2,000ths to get it to stop chattering, because this compound rest base right now is just so flimsy. It's moving, the whole entire thing's moving. So I'm gonna drill and use the live center and see if that clears it up a little bit, give it a little bit more rigidity on the tool or the piece we're cutting here. Hopefully that'll clear it up and allow us to get finished with this outside diameter, which is driving me absolutely insane right now. I'm kind of thinking maybe about turning it around, or pulling this out and turning the jaws around so there's more contact on here, but I really don't think it's this that's the majority of the chatter, and I think once we get the live center in, that'll clear up any of the problems with associated with the chatter, if it is this. So it'll be a quick, easy way to tell. So I'm just going to center drill it with a number 5 centering drill, and then see how it goes. So I'm going to shut the camera off, get the drill chuck set up, and I'll bring you back. Alright, I got the table about as close as I'm comfortable getting it so that it's not going to hit the jaws. Give it a test spin. I locked the carriage in place, and I've just disengaged the feed screw. So we're going to give this a whirl and see how she does. nice hole here for our center, and we'll see if I can actually reach it with the live center. I'm going to bring you guys out wide so you can see what I'm sighing about here. So, my table is as close to the chuck as I can possibly get it. Even with my live center pushed all the way out, I still don't have room to do anything. I can't move the carriage back at all because it's butted up against the front of the tailstock here. I think I have a Morse taper number 2 live center, and I have a 2 to 3 adapter sleeve, so I'm going to dig that out and see if that gives me a little bit more room to be able to actually do anything. So I'll bring you back once I figure out what I'm doing next here. Alright, I was able to use the Morse taper 3 to Morse taper 2 attachment to get my other live center in here. So it gives me an extra inch of movement there. And so I've got my bit set up. I'm backed up as far as I can go right there. But what I can do, if this cuts smooth, once I get this section cut back to this size, because this is smaller here than this, then I can back out my compound slide, and I'll be moving out back like this. I can slide the table forward and make a cut. So that's the plan. I'm going to take this as far forward as I can get it without touching here, so I can get the most play here. I've got a different high-speed tool bit in here. I'm going to see how this goes. Funny, now it's cutting like butter, so I guess it was just the stick out of the part here that was giving me all the headache. Now to see if I can get in here with my calipers and measure this halfway accurately. Okay, I'm getting 3.923, and we just got it cleaned up, and we needed it to be below 3.93, so we've got 13 thousandths. I'm not going to argue with that cut at all. I'm not going to try to get better finish or anything. I'm going to take a quick measurement of the base again and just make sure I have enough meat here to cut off the ring, and I'll be back.